I think what's cool about the single malt whiskey category, which is very, very new, like remember bourbon, no one knew about it 20 years ago? That's gonna be like, we're gonna be sitting here, I hope, in 20 years and be like, Julie Macklowe started American single malt.
A whole new trend.
Because no one knows about it.
I was gonna say, you seem like the biggest disruptor. They must be like, Julie, you fucking crazy. We're really gonna do this.
Totally.
Hey, this is Bob Simon, the host of Bourbon and Proof. This tour we couldn't do without our sponsors. Even Up, Justice HQ, Attorney Share, Move Docs, Coastal Research, Trio, Libra, LegalX, Law Pods, Strategy, and of course, Law Firm Rides, providing transportation for clients and lawyers nationwide. Even Up is an artificial intelligence platform that automates a lot of the mundane tasks that lawyers and law firm staff do, from demand letters to running playbooks to opening up claims, ordering police reports, and doing those so you can spend more quality time with your clients in the courtroom or in their living room. We also have Attorney Share. Attorney Share is a product to be able to have lawyers find more cases in their wheelhouse to help clients without having to have the market spend that's out there, and also tracking all of your referrals in one place. It integrates with all the major case management platforms, and it allows lawyers to really better serve their clients and also refer out clients in other jurisdictions and practice areas and be able to monetize all of that goodwill that they put in. Other sponsors, Justice HQ. Justice HQ is a mobile app bringing together all the community in the legal field, from vendors to staff to paralegals. They have their own masterminds. They have our podcasts are on there. Other lawyers' podcasts are on there. On-demand education, every event in the industry, and you have direct access to the best of the best. And of course, Coastal Research. Coastal Research helps all of us injury lawyers find out the insurance limits to investigation that's on the other side. Whether you know it or not, they're not required to in many states to tell you how much insurance there is for the person that catastrophically harmed your clients. But Coastal Research is able to do it very quickly and efficiently for you. They have an actual technology platform that's so easy to use and pushes the data back and forth. We only let people sponsor the show if we use their products and believe in them. Welcome to this episode of Bourbon and Proof, where we interview those who have been successful at law and life. We have serial entrepreneurs, and today we have on the royalty of bourbon and whiskey. We have on Miss Julie Macklowe. Julie, how are you?
Great. Thanks for having me. So excited to be here.
And we are in Bourbon and Branch in New York City, your
city.
city.
Yeah, my city. I mean, and we're like first day on our bourbon launch, so it's very timely. And great weather, right?
It is great weather. And we also have on our fabulous co-host, straight from Hollywood, Mr. Mauro Fiore Jr.
Hello, thank you for having me, Bob. Hello, Julie. Great to meet you.
Hi, great meeting you. I'm so excited to be here with you.
So otherwise, I know you're big into drinking for breakfast. That's when
Obviously.
you get. Okay, so tell us why you like to drink early in the day. She's my spirit animal.
I mean, so actually when you make whiskey, and a lot of people don't even understand this, you actually do it in the morning. You nose in the morning, you do all your tasting notes in the morning. I started this because I'm a huge collector of all things whiskey. Find a little background on me. So I actually worked in finance. I lived in Asia, and I'd spend all my dinner allowance collecting bottle by bottle. And actually, my 21st anniversary is this Friday. And I, fast forward, got married, discovered my husband's Amex and whiskey auctions. And before I knew, I had thousands and thousands of bottles of whiskey.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God, one day I was putting them away. I'm like, I have a Scotch from 1936. I have like an Ardbeg. I have a Glenmorangie. I have like Irish, Canadian, things from Japan, Canada. I'm like, why was there no American single malt that I would drink? And so that's how I started this journey. And I was actually in Isla, Scotland with two of the greatest blenders, Ian McMillan and Brendan McCarran, who now works with us, who's out of LVMH and Glenmorangie, Ian Dinston, and Bunnahabhain. And I was like, hey, I have this crazy idea. I want to do like American single malt. And they're like, we think you've lost your mind. This was
so
back
you knew
in
you were onto
2018.
something. You knew you were onto something. Yeah.
They're like, we don't even know what that is, but if you create it, we'll help you. And so that's how we started this whole crazy project, was actually with American single malt, which we started with just that one single black bottle, which is right in front of us.
Wow. And you also, besides collecting whiskey bottles, you also collect ballroom dresses.
Oh my God, so many. Thank
But
God.
let's take a drink first. Let's take a drink first. Let's go first, because I love your story so much. So as you introduce us the line first, what we're talking about here, and we'll get into it.
Yeah. So just to back up, so our signature super high-end bottle is the Black Bottle. That's our private collection. That was the liquid we actually bought during COVID. So you guys remember during COVID, because you started this then, I think.
Yep.
You know, it was like hell in a handbag and no one could get anything. And I found these 20 exceptional casks. They were made by Bill Run Distillery up in Oregon. And I did the craziest thing ever. It was 7-year-old liquid, and we took it from Oregon down to Kentucky. Now in Kentucky, it's 100 degrees, as you guys know.
Yeah.
So it's like, think about when you have hot scalding water and you put a tea bag in it and you pull it out. That's what happened to our liquid. So the heat is what makes the contraction and expansion happen. And that liquid went from like lighter than my 4-year-old liquid at 7 years to super deep. It ends up we won every single award, San Francisco Double Gold, the TAG Awards, MSLA. This is our 12-year-old liquid.
Wow.
I don't think there is another American single malt at this age range, maybe 1 or 2, but it's super rare. We only produced this year 200 bottles, 1 cask of it. We only have like 4 casks left.
Whoa.
So we're really, really careful with that liquid. This is your first glass.
Don't be that careful with it
I
with
know.
us.
So we're going to start with
We're
the best
ready to-
first. Usually I save the best for last, but you know it is 10 a.m., so let's go big or go home. So it's your first
Cheers.
glass. Wait, you took your first
I got
one?
the wrong
Yeah,
direction.
you got
Okay,
the.
sorry.
I can tell by
Oh,
the
yeah,
color.
yeah.
So
Okay.
if you look at this color, so this nose is incredible, right? So if you smell this, it's got a lot of oil in there, dark chocolate, a lot of marzipan. I think there's
marzipan.
some Seville marmalade that goes through there. I
Oh, that's good.
extremely,
Oh, you could taste that.
Right? You got a lot of plum. I think you got a lot of candy. It's almost like there's marijuana, though.
That's what I
Can
taste
you
at the end. It almost tastes, yeah.
Yeah, you almost imagine the guy who was like at the beer match, because this was made in pot still. Our other products that we make are all in column and then into a pot. This was actually, it's like you can smell the cannabis that he was like smoking as he made it. And then it's got an extremely layered, complex finish. We just released our 13-and-a-half-year release. It's at 200 bottles. It goes live on our website today
that
for
is so
you
good.
guys. So good, right?
Yeah, where do we go? They just go to
So
Macklowe.com.
themacklowe.com is where you can find all of our products. Some of these bottles are also in Total Wine.
Yeah, I've
LA,
seen them at
Flasks
Total
if
Wine
you're
in
in
LA.
Texas.
So remember,
Yeah.
it's Macklowe with an E at the end. For
Yeah,
either
the
watchers-
Macklowe, as they would say.
Macklowe. So
And
this is
and you can give us the discount code later off, of course.
Obviously, yes, free ship for
you can
free
sl-
shipping.
you-
He likes the 5-finger discount.
Yeah. Yes.
So I've had this one before at Robin Abraham's house, a
Yes.
mutual friend of ours. He's in a YPO. We're in this like whiskey chat, and he had the bottle sitting there. I've never had this one before, but this is amazing.
Super rare,
This
right?
is- you can- this- there's
is
nothing tastes like
mind-blowing
this.
whiskey, yeah. And actually, it's funny. I can smell it. A very funny story. So there's a restaurant that's very close by, Avra, and early on we had whiskey in mock-ups, and they had my new make. But I didn't know to super glue it shut on the mock-ups. So they tried, these shots go for like $400 each because the bottles are $1,500. And they tried to sell my friend a shot of the new make. And they're like, something tasted crazy on that whiskey. And I smelled it, I'm like, oh my God, that was the new make. Anyways, we learned after that very quickly you have to super glue your mock-ups that are like,
Oh.
you know, it was caramel water with the
Because I was here in New York a
Lessons
year or
learned,
two ago,
right?
and they had
This was
one of the
probably
bottles
7
that were
years
there.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't, those of you who don't know Julie or her story, you know, Aspen born, raised some in Arizona, came out to Virginia
Yep.
for school. She managed a $250 million hedge fund. She started a hedge fund.
Yep.
Was the it girl at Vogue of 2008. You were the it girl.
This is true.
I mean, and is very well known throughout New York City of just being another level, and we could see it in just the spirit of you. And I always think like whiskey's a spirit. I think this is part of you. The spirit of Julie Macklowe is in these pours.
It
right?
is, and it's funny as we talk about the rye. My signature hot cocktail, which I'll get into, is the Honey Badger, and I'll tell you about that spirit story. So we'll get into
The
it.
Honey Badger.
The Honey Badger. But first, we got to talk about the American Single Malt.
Let's do it.
So so we start with the black one. I was then laying down my own liquid, which Brendan and Ian. So American Single Malt. What is it? It just got proved actually a year ago, like next month, on my birthday. Happy birthday to me in like 3 weeks. And I started this like 7 years ago. No one had even heard
so
about
you have
it.
your anniversary and your birthday right back
I
to
know,
back?
back to back. It's
Oh,
an expensive
man.
month for my husband. Anyways, so no one had heard of American single malt. No one knew what it was. I was like, oh, I'm going to start 100% malted barley watering yeast. That's the only thing that goes into this. We went down to Kentucky, talked to all of these distilleries, and we ended up working with one out of Danville, Kentucky, because they do sweet mash process. And we really wanted ours to be unique. We created a custom yeast. We use IC char, 3-in-1 combined. It's 18-month air-dried cask, new American oak. Now, it turns out you can use used or new casks, but we used new ones because we want it done in the American way, which is how they make bourbon and rye. And what I realized in doing this is no one knows what American single malt is. They still sort of don't. So we decided to do...
So what's the difference between American single malt and bourbon?
Great
What's
question.
the difference?
That is a great question.
That was going to be my question, because I mean, I think I know the answer, but a lot of people listening don't.
That's a perfect question. So I like to explain American single malt like Scotch and bourbon had a baby. So it's 100% malted barley. So when you think of, like, let's think of Japanese whiskey. It's like Scotch, but in Japanese barrels, right? Scotch is made in Scotland. American whiskey is made anywhere in the U.S. 100% in malted barley, all from the same distillery, is basically what American single malt is. Wow. It's a brand new category. It can be in new or used barrels. We chose to make in new barrels because we felt like it should be iconic American. Because no one knew what it was, though, we also laid down a rye, which is a 95-5 rye, so 95%
I'm excited for that
rye, 5% barley, so that people could really compare and understand the difference between malted barley, rye, and then we also made a high rye bourbon, which is our 75-21-4 bourbon, which you guys are just about to try. And then we had a very special cask that we didn't import finish. So we took, I'd say, the idealism of Scotland, trying different casks, different finishes. Our rye we actually finished in our malted barley casks, which I thought about in the shower. I called Brendan McCarran.
I was gonna say, you seem like the biggest disruptor. They must be like, Julie, you fucking crazy. We really
Totally.
Yeah, so it seems like the single malt, American single malt, doesn't have as many rules as bourbon.
Totally.
Because bourbon has very strict, especially if it's bottled in bond bourbon. There's a lot of rules.
Yours are
has
all
to
not-
be
are
very
not-
specific.
In a weird way, there's more rules around American single malt, but it's newer, so it's allowing, because bourbon was the only category that was approved, I believe, in 1960-something, and now the next time malt whiskey got changed was really last year. Basically, they're allowing a little more creativity. I think that's a great way to explain it. And I think that's more in line with what you see in Scotch, right? That you're seeing double barrelings, you're seeing, let's try a sherry cask, let's try something a port finish, right? So I think what's cool about the single malt whiskey category, which is very, very new, like, remember bourbon, no one knew about it 20 years ago? That's gonna be like, we're gonna be sitting here, I hope, in 20 years and be like, Julie Macklowe started American single malt.
A whole new trend.
Because no one knows about it, right?
Let's
like,
go to
it's
the.
so new.
So the second one is
So
which
let's
one?
start. So this is the gold one. So the second one is the gold bottle.
Oh, this one.
This
We've
is
had this one
my-
before. This is so good.
This is my near and dear, close to my heart whiskey. So this is what we really
So
make from scratch. So
what
this
cheers
is-
do you do, by the way?
Yeah.
What do you say in your house?
I mean, we say,
You can
I
say
know what
it.
we say. We say, cheers, fuckface.
I like
Man,
that.
I love
We
it.
get like bleeped out for that.
No, we don't. We can say whatever we want
I
here.
mean, we can say whatever we want, right?
we go to street lawyers and street
I mean,
justice,
okay.
so it's all
That
good.
sounds like what Bob would say when you
Right,
cheers.
I mean,
You
we're
and
amongst
Bob are
friends here.
soulmates.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
this
God,
is
this
good.
one's
right.
This one's cheers,
Extraordinary.
fuckface.
Yeah, I know. We love it. So, okay.
Oh, this is really
So
good.
totally different, right?
This is really good.
So this is my favorite go-to drink. I feel like this is a connoisseur's liquid. It's heavier. It's more oily. This is my everyday go-to. It's just 10 casks together. We hand select every one. I think it's a lighter, more approachable whiskey. So easy to drink. When you smell it,
Yeah, I was gonna say it's an easy drinker. It's like it's
Right.
92 proof.
92
So it's
proof.
not gonna knock anyone's socks off or anything.
yeah,
It's very nice, very nice, smooth one.
So when you smell it, it's got like the barley sugars, the caramels, the vanillas.
I love this one.
I think it's got a lot of nutmeg. tropical apricot spice pineapple come
I just
out
know I
for
like
me,
it.
right?
I just know I
Yeah.
like it.
I
These,
think
you have the mini
finish is
bottles.
smooth, right? It's super smooth.
Mara,
So-
can you reach one?
I got
of these?
one
Oh,
here.
yes,
so
one.
Fouquet's,
yes.
if you stay at Fouquet's in New York City or the Mark Hotel or the Gansevoort, they all have these exclusively for the mini
Production team,
bars.
next time we're in New York City, can we stay at one of those 3 hotels,
Exactly.
please?
The Gansevoort's cool. I've been to the Gansevoort.
Yeah.
That's the one down in the meatpacking district?
Yeah, and by the way, that little mini gold, we just did that exclusively for twins in Texas. So in Austin and Dallas, there's the
Wow.
only place you can get that.
We'll
mini
be in
right now.
Austin, I think.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be in
So when
March
you're-
or April, one of those
We
months.
did them
March.
for little stocking stuffers. Aren't those the cutest
So these
ever?
are like these are the perfect corporate gifts. So we like to do random cool stuff. So like, I would love if I had these and
We
I was
need
going to
to do
gift them.
them.
Somebody stole 2 of these out of my car in
Oh,
Manhattan
yeah.
Beach.
Really?
I'll send everybody the videos. It's really I had to call the police, have a police report about my daughter's out.
Wait,
It's
you
very
have
funny.
it on
More
video?
bottles.
Yeah,
Somebody
not
opened the
somebody
door to
stealing
your
it.
car?
They opened the door and they got in and I had nothing. I don't keep anything in my car, but I literally had just 2 bottles of the minis because I was going to give them out,
Yeah.
and somebody took them. And
And you can't find them. So this
No, you
is the
can't find them.
craziest
This
thing.
was
So
2 years ago.
The CEO of LVMH, who's a dear friend of mine, is like, how did I get those little minis? He's like,
Oh.
I can't find them anywhere. I'm like, I will bring you one.
they're so cool.
They're so cool, right? So we will at some point sell them, but just like right now, we like go through them so quickly and they're so hard to make. But anyway, so now the gold liquid, how did you love that?
I
Really
love this
liked
one.
it. Really liked it.
So now you guys drink tons of rye, right?
Yes.
Tons of rye, tons of
Rye's our
proof
thing.
So
bourbon.
now we're going more into your land. So the rye, I was actually in the shower and I called Brendan McCarran. I was like, hey, I have this crazy idea. Let's finish our rye. We took it to 4 years because good whiskey should not be finished till it's good. And I was like, let's finish our malted
Trademarking.
barley barrels. And he's like, that's a great idea. Beyonce tried to copy me. If you notice, Dr. Bill Lumsden, who Brendan was the protege, created Sir Davis. And that's 51 rye, 49 single malt. What we did differently is we took the rye and 95.5 rye, and then we finished it in the malted barley, which is why you're going to like it a lot more. So now if you smell this, you know most ryes have a lot of spice, right? So it's got the white peppercorn, the licorice, the menthol.
What is it with these cups?
These are copitas, which I think should always be used for tasting whiskey because you really get
Well,
the full nose.
I've got kind of a big nose, so it's hard for me
Big
to drink
nose,
it.
right?
I can't drink it.
Just
It gets-
shove your nose
gets
in there and
caught my
open your
nose.
mouth. Really good.
No, you're not the first person to tell me that. Shove your nose in there.
No, but a good trick on whiskey tasting is you stick your nose in and you open your mouth. And that actually helps you not get the vapors from the alcohol. But when you smell it, you really then get that jalapeno
That definitely
bite.
tastes like a rye. Totally
Right?
different than the other two.
But it's almost
But
like
these are
a
also- yeah,
sipping,
this is-
right?
yeah,
And you
this is
get
so
that
good.
malted barley on the finish, right? You get sort of like some of that tropical pineapple apricot comes in there, a little softer finish than a rye, wouldn't you say?
Definitely softer.
Yeah.
Are
than-
we not supposed to finish these? Julie still has some in hers.
Well,
Ours are just totally
I'm
empty.
trying to be actually present for a bunch of work meetings later, so
No.
you guys get not be.
we have 8 more work meetings.
And I love you guys. I'm going to go drink after on my way to some pizza next door. It's
Oh,
$1.
love it.
I can't
Bar
wait.
and I, we're trial lawyers. We once had this very interesting case with a bunch of people who were catastrophically injured. A bunch of our friends represented a bunch of the catastrophically injured folks. And we were all in one room, and the defense is all in another room. And we're just like, let's DoorDash in some bottles of bourbon. And we just sat there
I love you.
the whole day just drinking. And like while the other side's getting yelled at by the mediator, we're like, no, this is our number.
we're
We'll
just
be
gonna
here
keep
when you're
going.
ready. Like, true story. He literally, that's
That
the first
was,
time
I think that was one of the first times I ever used like Postmates.
It was. You
or
had to start
whatever.
the account, but neither of us had
Yeah,
an account.
because this was a long time ago.
I love it. Also, you have like 3-to-1 body fat ratio on me. Let's just be
That's
honest.
true. But we've been training our livers for a
You're
long
trained.
time.
You're trained. And it's early in the day. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be slurring my words in my next meeting. So,
Yeah, but you could just say I was in my tasting room. I mean,
so
come on, you have
smart.
the easiest.
Actually,
like-
when we do our tastings, we actually spit. That's
Oh,
a big thing in whiskey. You like taste it, you swallow just a touch, and then you like spit it out. And because when we do tastings, we have like 40 samples,
Wow.
and then we have to write notes on each one, which is crazy. But now's your favorite part. This is where we go
Yes.
to the bourbon.
Where's our bourbon steward, Will?
Yeah.
So we stole Will from Charleston.
So,
We went
do
to
you guys
Bourbon and
want to
Bubbles.
start
and
with the
took-
5-year port, which is special release? You have like one of very few bottles here, or do you want to do the mainstay act, the gold award?
Oh, we're gonna do them both, right?
Yeah, I think we do the pour first, though.
Really?
Let's do the special
You
one
like
first.
dessert for your entree?
Yeah, I
like
mean,
it.
we start with the very expensive one, so I think we
So
go reverse
we're also
order.
so I do these with ice.
I
And I have
didn't
my
know.
bourbon approved stamper
Yeah.
here for ice. I know you have one for the Macklowe, which you did not bring. This is the
I
debut.
know.
I've not
I
used
love
this yet.
this.
The stamper.
You have to have here.
Oh, look
you
at
have
that.
To show,
Look at
that.
Look at that. Isn't
That brass really
beautiful?
does cut through the ice.
I love that stamp. It's so nice.
As you know,
I know. I didn't forgot my own stamp. That's a great thing. I should have that in my fanny pack.
You should have it like your own, put it part of your store. I'd buy the
I know.
Macklowe
So
stamp.
I
know
have
what-
the
when-
mini flask with me at all times, just so I can chug it down the street.
Oh, that's so
but
cool.
I now
I
need to have
didn't
my
know
rubber
that
stamp.
port wine was actually kind of a fancy kind of dessert type of a drink, and
Yeah,
people drink
so
it after dinner. When I was in high school, we used to drink Night Train. Have you ever had Night Train?
I have not. I've had
it's
melon
port.
liquor.
It's a
why don't you
port
tell us a little bit
wine
about-
that is so bad it'll kill you.
I don't
but
like
it was
this.
super
That's
cheap,
terrible.
But
and
it's-
so that was my introduction.
That
to
will kill
port.
you. All right, Will, what tell
Oh,
us about
wow.
this? What do we like here?
So this one is their port finish, like she was explaining. So this is actually a 5-year, aged 4 years, aged another year in a port finish barrel, 92 proof, Kentucky straight, which means everything is made directly in Kentucky from start to finish on this one. Like she said, it's super exclusive. Only 240 bottles exist.
Ever 240 ever.
Ever,
This is,
yeah.
So this is. I mean, this is like a
Do you
royalty
need a
pour.
glass
Oh,
too?
sure.
Of course he does.
Sure.
Here,
Let's,
here. I'll take that one. I'll grab
okay.
one right here.
Yes.
Here, you take this.
She
one
takes her
first.
straight.
Yeah, I'll take my neat anyway, so it works out perfectly for everyone.
I only
But, you
like
know,
ice in my whiskey, so.
I
cheers.
take
I'm
everything.
excited.
It's perfect.
Oh
Wonderful.
yes.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers, Will.
So, Will, I don't know if you want to tell us what, since you drink tons of bourbon, do you want to walk us through some of these notes? If not, I'm
Holy
happy to do it
shit,
for you.
that's good. Like I could
Well,
drink this.
I'm
every
always
day of my
curious coming directly from the person what kind of what you get off of it because I tell people like everybody's so uniquely different.
Yeah. So these are like hot off the press. So I just wrote
Literally
these
hot off the
down
press.
literally like today.
See, I love that
as
shit.
I was on my way here.
That's great.
So we're doing the pour first. So I think it's got a lot of spiced almonds. It's definitely got a lot of oil. It's almost like fat chocolate bars in there, I think, right? When I taste it, I'm trying to taste my microphone.
I saw that. You nose the microphone.
It's like,
Good
that
luck with those
doesn't
work
taste
meetings,
good.
Julie.
It's definitely got some like leather in there for sure, right?
Yeah, I definitely get the other notes out of that
A
one.
lot port. You get the port in that finish for sure. I mean,
I think
it's
it
very
might be
spicy,
that might
right?
be it might be good for like an old fashioned.
Can
I
I
love
mean,
it in an old fashioned. And I forgot.
I feel
to
like my
tell
ice melted a little bit, so I might have to try just a
Yeah,
little bit
try
more.
a little
Will.
more.
Gotcha.
Try
I know
a
we
little
have
extras.
7 more episodes, but just be kind.
Yeah, let's do. There's some cherry in there for sure. I think it's got nice richness.
Oh.
I forgot to tell you about my favorite drink. So I once asked Rock, AI, what my spirit animal was.
Oh God.
Wait, do you guys want to hear the clip? I probably can't play it, but it's so.
If you give it
illicit
to
and
us, we
perfect.
could
I'll
B-roll
send
it
it
for
to you
sure.
on B-roll. But basically, called me a honey badger in a lot of explicit terms before they took up the unhinged mode off
So
of
good.
it. So I asked what honey badgers drink. It said lemonade and whiskey. And those are my two favorite drinks. And so that's how we created our iconic cocktail, the Honey Badger, which is basically the Macklowe whiskey with lemonade and a little agave, no sugar.
You're gonna be like the new Arnold Palmer.
Yeah,
I'll take the.
what
Macklowe.
is that? Isn't lemonade and whiskey a John Daly?
It's or Gold Rush, but the way we make it with a little thyme, and it's like no sugar, just a little dash of agave.
Nice.
It's a little bit more elevated, a little filtered water. John George helped us deliver and make the
Wow.
recipe, so it's obviously very
So what? Do you, so there
fashionable.
was I mean, Mauro golfs a lot, and he is actually very good. But do you know what state per capita drinks the most alcohol while they're golfing?
Oh, that's an excellent. Well,
While
you're
they're
golfing, New
golfing?
York City?
No,
It would-
state. It's a state.
It'd have to
I was
be
thinking Long Island, actually. Sorry.
Alabama.
No, so it is actually Wisconsin, who are the Badgers.
Oh.
But if you think, I mean,
And there is a honey badger.
that's right.
Right?
The Badger.
I
There's
know.
a honey badger that was a nickname for a cornerback
Yes.
that came out.
He
of-
played for the
quarterback.
Arizona Cardinals till
Yes.
he tore his knee a bunch of times.
Yes.
The hell was his
Oh,
name?
yeah.
ferocious honey badgers are.
Yeah.
We're going to have to somebody ask ChatGPT. I know his name.
He played for the Cardinals and now he plays for Houston. I think he finally retired.
Wait, so now,
But he had a lot of injuries.
since we're talking football, so this bottle, the first bottle ever, went to Robert Kraft. of
No
the
way,
Patriots,
really?
And we have his stop 8 pin right on the bottle. It's iconic.
No
so
way.
how cool is that? Just
What
since
do you
we're
have on
talking
the
football.
bottle?
He has a very cool blue square for stop hate, and we put it on the bottle. I hand super glued it myself
Mm.
on there, and first ball went to Mr. Kraft.
That's
Nice.
really cool.
That's cool, right?
So, but who owns the Giants? It's
Giants?
It's the Roonies, and
Yes.
it's the Steelers, and then it's the Maras, right?
Yes,
the Maras?
Mars.
Wellington Mara.
I think they just sold part of it, didn't they?
They probably did. There's so many teams selling these days, but
Yeah.
Woo.
Everyone's getting rich except for us.
I like her.
I love it.
Woody Johnson owns the Jets, right?
Yeah.
And then who's the guy who owns the Mets? That's the guy who owns
Steve
the.
Cohen. I used to work for him.
He
So I
owns
used
the
to
Sphere.
run money for Steve.
Really?
And he actually has that bottle.
We have a bunch of bourbon approved Mets gear and Yankees every year too, but yeah.
Yeah. So I ran Steve's consumer retail fund
Oh wow!
for 5 years almost.
Wow.
Wild,
You
right?
should. I mean, just the,
This feels very Mets, right? Oh, that should bring us to our next whiskey, I feel
Oh,
like.
yes.
Right? We should now talk about the actual mainstay bourbon.
every year I lose a bet to one of my friend who played for the Mets on the Pirates, who's my team, versus the Mets record. He even gives me like 5, sometimes 10 games, and it's never close.
I love it.
So I'm sorry, but hopefully this year will be the Pirates' year to be
Okay.
500, maybe.
So this is our brand new. You guys are first to try this. Hasn't been
wow.
out there. This is our brand new American single malt. This is our $64 bottle. So just to walk through the prices, the black bottle is like $1,500. This is our $250 gold American single malt. The rye is about between $89 to $100 at retail. The port finish is $100 because
Wow.
there's so few of them. And this is our $64 to $70 bottle.
And this
so
is
it's
the bourbon,
finally
right?
the
The-
bourbon, something that's accessible.
But this
right?
is what I'm trying to understand, because these are so hard to find. And dude, I'd pay
Well,
that
I
much
was
for
just
the bottle.
complaining-
I'd pay that much for the bottle.
Well,
So I was
you
just
know how
saying
I.
to Ian this morning, we couldn't even find it. I'm like, where does somebody buy it online? He's like, well, you could pre-order it on the Macklowe.com, but hopefully by the time this airs, Total Wine will also have it.
Cheers. I must
Hopefully.
use my microphone. Did the same.
Yeah, I know. I keep smelling the microphone. So you'll see this has vanilla wafer. It's got some cake. I think it has a nice lemon
This one,
zest
you
in
know,
there, right?
Oh wow.
It's
This
so
might be my
weird.
favorite one.
It's so weird
this is my
how
favorite
This
one.
is
I know.
fantastic.
I have a friend of mine who's
This
a
and the
wine
gold.
collector.
Oh, wow.
He's got wine that
This
he's
is
got bottles of wine that might cost 10, 20, 30,000. And he always tells me, you know what the best wine is, Mauro? The one that you like.
I agree.
And I liked this $64 one better than all of them.
Cheers
This
to
one
that.
is so good.
This is my favorite.
And this is gold award winning. Just came out. You guys are the first
Wow.
people to actually try this with me.
This is legit my favorite one.
Yeah.
I thought
Forbes
Yeah,
the
this
gold
was
just
good.
was
launched
really
this
good.
Very good.
yesterday. Or
Forbes-
this morning. It came on Forbes.com.
So we're filming what is
As
what is
they're-
this, November 18th? So it
Yeah.
came on November 18th.
November 18th. So
Wow.
this is literally, you're the first people outside Forbes who debuted this morning to try this. It's so exciting, right?
Joke's on you, Forbes.
Yeah.
We're top of the list.
top of the list. But I think it's a great bourbon,
You
right?
know, I was once on Forbes' most
I mean,
top
I'm curious, you guys
lawyer
are on the
disruptors of the year. Once in the Forbes list. True. This is really good.
That's fantastic.
How's our bourbon expert like it over
Well, that's great. I'm actually getting a little nuttiness out of this one,
Little
which I
nuttiness,
like a lot. A little almost like a nutmeg
Yeah.
kind of
yeah,
aspect
nutmeg.
to it. Yeah.
about
I mean, there's a nutmeg in there. The oak is very
This
prevalent.
is really good.
I mean, it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
This is great, especially for the proof.
Yeah.
That's
I'm very
that's
much a
fantastic.
fan of this.
Super easy to drink.
And this is
Yes,
like
very
you know,
approachable.
my wife would allow these to stay out in the kitchen
Yeah.
for decor purposes.
Right. Well, so
Yes.
that's a great thing. So
Yes.
the bottle design, we didn't even talk about
I would
this.
love to talk
So
about
when
it.
you look at the small ones, you see it's like a flask. So what happened was like I was at the Mark Hotel one day and somebody brought me a gift that said, Hamid, I need a drink. Who's the waiter there? Who's still my friend? And I was like, your alcohol here is crap because I was pouring my actual booze into my glass with my good stuff. And I realized I never
Wait,
like
wait.
to be without my.
You do that too? I
know.
I carry a flask when we go to
We do
dinner.
that.
Swear to God, and I'll just pour
The
it
other
in
night
the
we
table.
were at dinner and we ordered one
Do they have
bourbon, and then Bob was pouring us the rest out of his pocket.
Oh, yeah. So put that in your
True
pocket.
story. It was an Old Forester. He gave me this 134 proof
Yeah,
one,
it
so I
was
was like,
so-
guys,
so
this is
good.
yeah.
So when
So
you
good.
look at the small ones, if you try,
Yeah.
stick it in your pocket, you'll see it fits perfectly in a blazer.
I might
in
stick
your
it in my
back
pocket
pocket.
and it might not come back out.
It might not come back out. That's the whole point. So I want like Tom Ford meets whiskey, met
Oh.
jewelry. So when you look at the big bottles, they're like big flasks, but the small ones are like small
love
flasks, and it fits in my fanny pack. So as I'm like cursing people, as I'm walking down the streets of New York, I can always have a swig of whiskey.
I
Right?
love this.
Perfect.
Like I wear a lot of oversized cardigans that have these little big front
So
pockets,
great.
and these fit perfectly.
And
in
I
there.
learned when you're in Texas, it goes in your cowboy boots. So if you want to bring it into actual football game, no one will know.
Really?
Look at
Always
those
carry a boot
strips.
flask with you.
See, I try to
Boot
put
flasks.
I try to put it in my jock strap and hope that they won't check me. But if they do, well, it's okay. This is so. If we had to, we always ask. Towards the end of the show, whatever. We always ask, "What's your bourbon approved? Like, what is your favorite? The one that Julie Macklowe will drink every day if she had a choice."
That's not your own.
Well, no. Let's do one that is your own and one's not, because I'd love to know.
So I'd say my go-to, just because I feel like we're like starred the category, is the Gold
Yeah.
American Single Malt. I think I would agree with you that the red labeled bourbon that we just launched is probably my other favorite, but I also love the rye because it's so different than a lot of ryes. But like if I were not drinking my stuff and I just had to look at your bar right here and I just wanted to pick a different one, I'd actually go to like a Lafroig or a Lagavulin because I like the
Really?
really peaty stuff.
See, I
I
don't
find
like
it
the
super.
peaty.
I know.
The
Most people
Lagavulin
are like,
16
you are
is like,
drinking
ugh.
liquid fire.
Yeah.
But I just like the noses are so interesting on them for
Like the
me.
Lagavulin 16 is the only one
It's
that I
like
think
fire.
is very interesting, is the way that you taste. Otherwise, I just can't really.
Julie, I just noticed on the back of the
Yeah.
bottle, there's lots of writing
Oh yeah,
on the back.
Yeah, we hand
So
number
can-
every
so
edition.
tell us what you
that's
guys
actually
write
a
on the
great
back.
point. So these are all non-chill filtered, which means that the big companies take out the filtration. We do them by hand, so it means that you'll sometimes see flack. That's the liquid, the fatty acids, and we also only make like 2,000 to 3,000 bottles at a time because it's only 10 casks. So we hand number every single bottle. So when you get a bottle from us, every single one is signatured and done by hand. So you know exactly the run you're getting, you know the exact bottle. The bourbons, we don't have it on because it just I
launched.
couldn't hit that price point because the hand numbering is such a process.
This
But
is so cool.
it's still only 10 casks on the bourbon actually too. So they're still really like very small batches.
So on the
people say
single
small
malts
batch,
are all hand
and those
numbered, hand
yeah,
signed.
So this is,
single-
even if
The
we
high-end
we
ones
finished
we
your
hide.
gold bottle at my house,
I
but
love it.
I still keep it. It's
and
still
you put
up.
like flowers, or you could put one of those lights on it.
No, I just put like iced tea in it to pretend like there's still bourbon in it.
Well, now you have a new one. It's perfect.
Oh, these
We're
are
leaving you all
so-
these to drink.
Say what?
You get all of these. Yeah, we're leaving you
I
all.
might have to get
Say
a.
less.
I know.
You know what? I only brought a carry-on, but I'm going to buy a suitcase and check
Great.
it.
Just put them in Ziplocs. I don't want to be responsible for clothing gone wrong.
No, we could be in
Since
more.
we opened them,
I think we're gonna just have a chauffeur drive it back to LA because
yeah,
it's
perfect. I
that
can
precious.
send you some, though. You know.
So what's the future? I mean, you just keep dominating new pours, new designs. This one just came out. Like, what's the future look like for you? Because you're disrupting
so
the
we
entire
have-
industry with a single malt
Look,
American.
we love iconic jewelry is my favorite thing. So this is our gold, our silver, our sapphire collection, our black card edition. We'll have a ruby red one come out, which will be our mainstay American single malt sometime next year,
Nice.
as this moves towards sort of the 6 to 8 year range. And then, the sky's the limit. I love limited edition collectibles. So I have some cool things on my desk, but we haven't released them yet, so I can't tell you because who knows, they could change 10 times between now and then.
I love it. 20 years from now, when American single malt is a mainstay, they're gonna say, "Oh my God, I
That
have
crazy woman did
I
it."
have the Macklowe Gold. I have one of the only ones, the ones that came out." So I mean, these are collector's items. It's art.
Oh, thank
We're
you.
drinking art. So I think consumers especially are drawn to the eye. Like just like anything, we're putting something that looks pretty on the shelf, you make sure it does. But not only that, but this tastes really fucking good. So it's just
does.
not like, it's
And
not
I love
just that.
how you said art because, if you were to call me and say, "Hey, Julie, for a corporate gift, I need these engraved," we do that. We're small and boutiquey, and we love doing specialized product. For Vista Bank in Dallas, we just did, monogrammed bottles. We love doing special things, and I think I get that from my fashion background, where everyone wants unique, clever product. So we
But
love.
it's because you've
doing
had
special
skincare lines,
stuff.
you've had
Yeah.
apparel lines, you've had whiskey lines. I mean,
And I just love iconic, interesting stuff. So when we looked at all the whiskeys out there, I was like, oh my God, they're a dead white guy made all of them. And I'm like, what about if we made something a little bit more modern and fresh and interesting?
you know what's funny is whenever we're trial lawyers and people always tell you, wear a suit, you talk like this, you take a picture behind a bunch of books. We're like, fuck that. We're gonna
Yeah.
we'll have tattoos, we'll talk shit, we'll have beers, we'll just go
Love
and
it.
trial and talk. This guy tries cases just like how he talks. Like
Yeah.
sometimes he does fall asleep at counsel's table.
I mean, I sometimes I eat too much at lunchtime, you know.
I get that.
And I come back
Lunch is my meal.
I come back after lunch. I'm a little drowsy, so now I don't eat lunch anymore when I'm in trial, because the older I get, the sleepier I get after I eat.
That midday nap, though, there's nothing better.
Well, it's bad if you're. It's really bad in front of your clients and the judge.
Really bad in front of the judge. Although sometimes we've had
love
judges
it.
that fall asleep on the bench.
I had a case one time in Pomona. I can't remember the guy's name. His name was Judge Jager in Pomona. He slept through the entire trial. Like his clerk would just have to wake him up every once in a while.
Well, I'm sure that's why you're winning.
That's how Mauro wins, when they're sleeping. So, Julie, thank you for coming on the
Yeah.
show. Go to themacklowe.com, any special releases. But people watching or listening, these things go very quickly, even if
Yes.
they're on a limited release or on a waiting list. And go and get them early. And if you see my car parked on the street, don't go in my fucking trunk. Do not steal my Macklowe.
They'll have all
I'm
these
still mad about
bottles,
this.
so definitely open the trunk.
I'm putting it in the frunk. Did I say that out loud? Okay. Thank you for watching this
Thanks,
episode of
y'all.
Bourbon Proof. Julie Macklowe, thank you very much for coming on. We are
Cheers,
honored.
guys.
Cheers. Cheers, fuckface.
Cheers! Cheers!